Well, hello there, guys. Today I'm just relaxing on a Wednesday morning, but I thought I'd make a video because I wanted to show you a book I made. King Katog. Created by Sam. Just pretend that says Beckelmen. And by the way, I have not finished this book. I was gonna make this book complete, but one day I decided to give up because I didn't have any motivation to work on it anymore. But I thought I'd just read you what is of the book anyways. Chapter 1 is untitled. Leva was a girl that had a passion for science. She always wanted to be a rocket scientist, but was never skilled enough. She knew that if she was not able to make a scientific breakthrough before she turned 40, she would be a failure. One night, when she was sleeping, an angel came to her and warned her that she was going to make a huge discovery the next day, but she would need to bring someone with her. The angel then left. What does he mean by bring someone, she thought. She shrugged and went to bed. Leva had a wacky dream where she mixed fortune cookies and strawberries into one bowl. So that's a drawing of Leva. Just so you have an idea of what she looks like. Chapter 2, untitled. Leva woke up and just sat in her bed for 26 minutes. She couldn't believe what happened last night. Was she really going to make a scientific breakthrough today? She just went on with her day. She started to feed her 4 babies. Cats. So she refers to her cats as her 4 babies. First, she fed Dwayne. He's the black cat. Next, she fed Sane. He's the white cat. And then she fed Lane. He's the orange cat. And last but not least, she fed good old Rain. He's a tabby cat. All of her babies ate up the food and lapped up the water in a blink of an eye. Leva sat down on her couch and started watching her favorite show, The Feline Kingdom. Let me just make this more visible here. Just adjust the book a little. Okay. The Feline Kingdom, this is her ultimate escape. She gets immersed in this world and she loves it. She is the ultimate geek of the Feline Kingdom, so that stands for the Feline Kingdom, which is the show she watches. It's part of the reason she loves cats so much. Leva started to get hungry. She went to see what was in the fridge. Leva saw only 3 things. Leva was shocked when she saw that the 3 things were strawberries, fortune cookies, and a bowl. Who the heck would put fortune cookies and a bowl in the fridge, she thought. She then remembered the dream she had last night and got a little spooked. Would she dare mix the strawberries and fortune cookies? Then she remembered that the angel said she was going to make a scientific discovery. Leva decided that she had nothing else to do because she finished the latest episode of the Feline Kingdom. Meanwhile, the cats were getting into some mischief. Lane was chasing a bottle cat when he bumped into Sane. "What's the big idea?" said Sane. "I'm just playing, you dummy," hissed Lane. "Oh, screw you," hissed Sane. "Hey, break it up," said Dwayne. "What's the problem?" said Rain. "Nothing, except Sane being an absolute jerk," said Lane. "Man, you mean business," Sane said. Dwayne said nothing. He went into the laundry room. "Are you okay?" said Rain. "Yes, I'm fine, but Sane is so rude and I think I have a concussion after he bonked me on the head," Lane said. "Do you need anything?" Rain questioned. "Yes, some bandages," Lane said. A few minutes passed by. "Here you go. I found this in our owner's medicine drawer," said Rain. "Thanks. Looks good on me," said Lane. Dwayne went to go talk to Sane because, yes, he thinks he's rude, but he also thinks he's misunderstood. "Hey, Sane, what are you doing in the laundry room?" said Dwayne. "Nothing, just hiding from you morons," said Sane. "Are you okay? Do you want to talk about your feelings?" said Dwayne. "Why does everybody always talk to me like a 5-year-old?" said Sane. "Okay, why the hell are you sad?" hissed Dwayne. "I don't know," said Sane. "Do you want to go climb up the cat tower?" asked Dwayne. Chapter 5. What was that? So you can see they ended up climbing up the cat tower. What was that? Bam. Sade and Dwayne ran under their owner's bed. They saw that Lane and Rain were under the bed too. "What was that loud noise?" said Dwayne. "I don't know," said Rain. "What happened to your head?" said Sane. "You did this to my head," said Lane. "Oh yeah, because I bonked you over the head," said Sane. "Yeah, and it hurt. A lot," said Lane. "Well, you are the one who hit me," said Sane. "I did not hit you. I ran into you," hissed Lane. "Whatever, hitting, running, it's all the same," hissed Sane. "No, he did not bump into you on purpose," hissed Rain. "Do not get involved in this," hissed Sane. Ladies, calm down," said Dwayne. "Finally, someone isn't against me," hissed Sane. "Oh, you are such a stupid mistake of a cat," roared Rain. "You don't mean that, right?" "Rain, you just made Sane cry and run into the kitchen, where the loud noise came from," said Dwayne. "I know," said Rain. "I feel bad for him," said Lane. "Why should you? He hit your head," hissed Rain. "He might just be misunderstood," said Lane. Sane arrived in the kitchen and saw Leva on the phone. Right next to her was a portal. Sane was extremely confused and frightened. Leva was on the phone with the local paper. Leva was trying to tell the local paper that she figured out how to make a portal and she wanted to have an article written about her. Meanwhile, under the bed... "Okay, I just think you were a little too harsh on him," said Lane. "Okay, maybe I was being rude," said Rain. "You were just being like Sane," hissed Lane. "I couldn't just let him walk all over you and me," hissed Rain. "Guys, let's just talk. What was that sound? Let's talk what that sound was, okay?" said Dwayne. "Does anyone want to volunteer to go to the kitchen first and rest follow behind them?" said Dwayne. "Fine, I guess I will," said Rain. So that's when they did. Lane, Dwayne, and Rain were shocked when they saw the portal. "What is it?" asked Lane. "I don't know," said Sane. The local paper hanged up on Leva. Leva shouted a cuss out loud. Leva didn't even get to tell the local paper how she made the portal. She wouldn't believe it. It was as easy as mixing fortune cookies and strawberries together. "Why did the angel come to me?" she thought. "I guess my wish has been answered." Her head raced with questions. "This is so weird," said Leva. "It's so surreal. Like after years of boring science work, I feel like it's all paid off," Leva said out loud. Leva thought about going into the portal, but she knew that she had to get prepared before she could gaily skip into the portal. Leva went to go get her backpack and stuffed it with things like a knife, glue, paper, clipboard, and a yo-yo. She loves yo-yos. She went outside to grab the newspaper, and when she looked around, she just admired Earth, because who knows if she'll come back from the portal. Leva made some coffee and read the local newspaper for maybe the last time. She was on the paper, just not in the way she wanted to be. "Crazy girl calls the local paper saying she made a portal. Read now." Leva decided that she's going to get some rest before she goes into the portal. Leva fed her babies. Remember, her babies, she refers to her cats as babies, and cleaned their litters. She then took a bubble bath. She then made her bed and dozed off. She had a wacky dream where she was the universe itself. Look at that. I guess the universe is just a snake with wings. Leva woke up at 6 a.m. Before she left, she opened her closet. Inside of her closet is her Feline Kingdom memorabilia collection. She then watched her favorite episode. She said one last tear-filled goodbye to her collection. While Leva was oh look, it's like I put two was's. While Leva was making her way to the portal, she remembered something. She needed to bring someone with her, because that's what the angel said. She just did not know who to bring. She has no one in her life. The only thing she could say was, "Dang it." That's when Sane rubbed up against her leg. "Hello, Sane, you cute little cat," Leva said. That's when she realized, who's gonna watch the cats, she thought. She gave Sane a treat while she thought about it. Then the rest of her babies came up to her. She gave all of them a treat. She could not bear to think of life without them. Then she had a crazy idea. "I'm bringing my babies with me." There's the portal. Look at those. Dwayne, Sane, Lane, and Rain. Chapter 4. The Feline Kingdom. Leva and her cats went into the portal, and the rest was a blur. All Leva remembers is a sense of overwhelming fear as she stepped into the unknown. Who knows what's on the other side? All of her fears stopped when they arrived to the other side. Leva opened her eyes. Her babies were still with her. "Thank God," said Leva. Where was she? Is this another planet? All of these questions flooded her head. She then started to focus on surroundings more. "I recognize the flag," Leva said. There's the flag. The flag was standing tall and proud on top of a castle. There was just something about this place, but she could not put her finger on it. They were on a stone bridge. Then they heard trumpets and the sound of a wooden door opening. There's the wooden door. A bunch of royal nightcats came marching out of the wooden door. This is when Leva noticed something. The cat's knights were wearing armor that she recognized. It was Feline Kingdom armor. She was in the Feline Kingdom. Oh my God! I am actually in the Feline Kingdom. Look how happy Leva is. It's safe to say she geeked out. Leva started to name off all the names of the knights. "How do you know all of her names?" one of the cat knights said. Leva explained to them that they were on a show called the Feline Kingdom. The cat knights were not aware of the fact that their everyday actions were being watched by strange people. The knights decided to bring this strange visitor in for dinner. "I would be pleased to have dinner with you," said Leva. "You can't bring in your cats in, though." "Why not?" said Leva. "Because we can only have one visitor at a time," said the knight. "Okay, I understand," Leva said. "Can you guys just wait here on the bridge until they come back?" asked Leva. All of her babies meowed in agreement. Leva made her way inside with the knights. "Hey, Lane, where did the bandage on your head go?" asked Rain. "I took it off because it turns out I don't have a concussion," said Lane. "See, I know it didn't hit you on the head that hard," said Sane. "Yeah, you didn't," said Lane. "Hey, I'm sorry for getting mad and arguing with you," said Sane. "No! You don't get to gain someone's trust back by simply saying sorry," hissed Rain. "I will do something to prove I'm sorry," said Sane. Sane proceeded to bonk himself over the head with a rock. Ouch. Bump. Man, you might have actually given yourself a concussion," laughed Rain. Sane bonked himself over the head with another rock. "Hey, stop that," said Dwayne. "Stop, you are going to kill yourself," Lane yelled. "Isn't that what you want?" hissed Sane. "No!" shouted Dwayne and Lane. Rain said nothing. "Rain, you don't want Sane to hurt himself, do you?" said Dwayne. "That's his decision," hissed Rain. "Are you kidding me? Sane is like family," hissed Dwayne. "Unnecessary family," hissed Rain. "You take that back," hissed Dwayne. "Yeah, you don't know what it's like to be sane," hissed Lane. Sane, Lane, Dwayne, and Rain kept on arguing on for 5 minutes until they heard something. "Did you just hear that bush move?" Chapter 5. Royalty Dinner. This is Leela's ultimate fantasy. She is really inside of King Katog's castle. Everything looked just as it did on the show. Leela almost died of excitement as they walked towards King Katog's throne. "Your Highness, meet Miss Leela," said the knight. Hello, Miss Leva. King Katog declared Leva as a member of the Feeling Kingdom. All of the knights lit torches and started heading towards the dinner room. Leva was confused, but just passed it off as tradition. Leva and King Katog followed right behind them. What are we having? Asked Leva. King Katog said nothing. Thanks for making me a member of the Feeling Kingdom, Leva said. Still no response. Why is he ignoring me? Leva thought. King Katog was always very talkative in the show, which made Leva very confused, because he was not talking. In the dinner room, there were a ton of paintings and candles. The table was huge. All of the seats were extremely fancy. In the very center of the table was a huge candle. Huge candle. King Katog sat at one end of the table and sat at the other. I found it strange who there was none of his family sitting with us. King Katog always brings his family to the dinner and the show. We all had appetizers. The appetizer was tuna. Then they had milk with cheese. Then we had dead mice. Leva did not want any, so she pretended to eat it. She really threw it under the table when no one was looking. And then for dessert, they had wet food. Leva did the same thing with the wet food. King Katog offered Leva a room to sleep in. Then King Katog told Leva she could stay and live there if she wanted. There was no way Leva would pass up that opportunity. It has been her dream to live in the Feline Kingdom, let alone the main castle. King Katog showed her the way to the room. The holly wall was very nice and big. King Katog led Leva down some stairs. By the way, I have no idea what holly wall means. Chapter 6. The Awful Room. King Katog led Leva to a cold abyss of a room. What kind of room is this? Asked Leva. Leva heard a gate slam behind her. That's when Leva realized she was in a cage. Look at that. Chapter 7. Pain. Full stop. After hearing the bush move, Satan went to investigate. Satan grabbed a stick and poked the bush. The bush then started moving a lot. Then popped out a hairless cat named Pain. Oh my god, shouted Rain. It looks like a monster, hissed Rain. It's not a monster, it's a hairless cat, said Sane. Pain was playfully hissing back at Rain. That's when Rain picked up a rock that Sane hit himself over the head with and threw it at Pain. What the heck, hissed Sane. Rain then threw a rock at Pain, but Pain ducked and the rock bounced off a tree and hit Lane in the face. I'm sorry, Lane, said Rain. I hate you, hissed Lane. You never said that to me, you idiot, said Rain. Because I stood up for myself, said Lane. This Rain guy seems like a jerk, said Pain. I'm going to kill you, hissed Rain. Rain broke a stick and tried to stab Lane. What has gotten into you, Rain? Screamed Lane. Sane their rein up and pushed Rain into a passing river. Rain hit his head on a rock on the way down. All the cats gathered around the edge. You can't choose family, but you can choose friends, said Joanne to Lane. And just like that, that's where I stopped writing. I don't know why I stopped writing, but I kind of lost interest in the story. That's the extent of that. The reason I made this video was just to share some of my art, because that's kind of what I want to dedicate my YouTube channel now. Showing my characters and my art, and that's what I'm going to focus this YouTube channel on from now on. Because this is going to become an outlet to express myself and show my art. And if you are watching this, I am very thankful, and I hope you have a good day. Oh, and also, by the way, I was inspired to make this book because I had a dream about this exact subject. A lot of the times I use my dreams to make up characters and places and ideas, because I have really wacky dreams, and this is just a product of my dreams. I have a dream, and I just interpret what it means, and that's usually how I make my characters and my art. Okay, bye now. Have a good day.